My name is I'm the science and math student. Today I'm going to talk about how I go on with my zoology class. I take the zoology class with Mrs. Woodsick. She is my instructor. I take it like once a week, which is probably different from like many students. I take it from like 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Tuesday. So it's just like 4 hour class in just like one day. It's kind of a little bit hard. So I'm just gonna go on and say like how I go on with my zoology class. So the first thing is preparation. Like I try and prepare for the class. It's like really important for every student to try at least prepare for a class so that to know what is gonna happen there, or maybe not 100% what's gonna happen there, but at least what you're expecting to happen in the class. So it's really important to prepare. So for example, the last class, what the topic we did was genetics. So I tried and go over what genetics is, like the notes about genetics, just like not everything about genetics, but just like the surface and just a little bit, just the overview what genetics is. Just try to do that at least an hour before the class, or maybe it depends whatever the person want to do. Like maybe you can wait like 5 minutes, sorry, 15 minutes, or maybe like 30 minutes before the class. But I try at least an hour before the class and go over the zoology textbook, go over the notes, and figure out what is genetics, like the surface of genetics, and what I'm expecting in the class. So that is the first thing, the preparation for the class. And make sure you try and go early too, like don't always be late. Sometimes I'm late, but it's not good to be late. At least try and be like 5 minutes early, maybe, or maybe 10 minutes early. See, okay, try to settle down before the class. So during the class too, you should try and get like everything that you can get inside the class, everything that you can understand inside the class. Try and like get it. Don't come to the class and just like without getting like 0%. Try at least and get like the maximum that you can get. Always try and aim for the maximum you can get inside the class. So the class, these are the three major things you should focus in the class. Try and listen like 100%. Try focus and listen 100% to know whatever the teacher is saying. Try that 100%. The second one is take notes. Like see normally put a PowerPoint. See like every student get a textbook. Let's see textbook here. Sorry, not a textbook, like a notebook. It's like kind of like a notebook. I'm not sure, like a notebook. So teacher like everyone to get this notebook. So if you get this notebook, it's like a lot of spaces where you copy like notes in. So try and get like all the notes from the PowerPoints, you know how to put on there. Try and get like all the notes inside your book. So that is the second one. The third thing is like whatever you don't understand inside the class, try and ask the teacher to explain it to you. Try and ask the teacher to explain. If you don't understand anything, just tell her like, I don't understand this thing. Can you please like go away, or can you explain it to me? And sometimes to like normally tell the students to do work, like see write a correction and like, can you guys try this and stuff? So always try and do your best and go over the work and see if you cannot understand it, or if you cannot do it, just call her like she can come to your desk and just tell her I don't understand this part so that she can explain it to you. Maybe other people understand that better when like someone talk to them directly. So always try and do that. Just talk to her whenever you don't understand anything inside the class. So those are the three most important things. Try and take like all the notes, try and listen as much as possible, and try to get like everything clarified, every doubt you get, try and get it clarified inside the class. So that is what you're supposed to do, like what I normally do inside the class. So I think it's like a good thing if other students can do it too. So after the class too, I always try and go over the notes like I take inside the class. I don't just like try and take them and just leave them like that. I just try at least go over them after the class. After the class, it depends on the person. If you want, you can do it like right after the class. Or if you want, you can do like a day later, or maybe 2 days later. It depends. I normally have the class once a week, so I don't normally do it right after the class. I just wait like probably like a day later, or maybe 2 days later, or maybe during the weekend do it. It depends on the person. So try and go over the work and go over everything. Try and understand like everything that you take inside the class, like all the notes you took inside the class. Try and make sure and understand all the notes so you can know everything that's going on there. So that one is like really important. And sometimes she don't give like homework or maybe assignment or like every time. But sometimes he can just like give like a homework and like go and try this thing, and like the genetics, he gave us a paper to go home and try that paper like reflection on there. So always try and do that too. Like don't just like not do it. If you don't do it, probably that will make you like not understand it better. But if you do it, that will give you like a better understanding for the stuff. So always try and do like whatever she gave in the class as homework. Try and try it. If you cannot do it, it's like tutors in the school, maybe at the LRC or national and stuff, you can just come and talk to someone. They will try and see if they can explain it to you better, try and understand it. Okay, that one is really important too. And sometimes he gives like papers for like pre-lab papers, like if papers for the lab. Always try and look at those papers too. Or maybe if you get a friend that you're in the same class with, or a friend that already did the class, you can go do it with him or her so that you can get a better understanding before you come into class. So that one is really important too. And the next one is like how I normally prepare for my test. So normally give like test review papers at the back of the book. It's like test review papers for each chapter. Sometimes he do it like in the class, try and answer this one. So whenever she is answering the test review questions, try and make sure that and this one get everything that she said written down on the spaces there, so you can that will help you to be able to study. Or maybe you can, if you don't do that, you can look at the notes and try and copy the stuff like the right answers from the note, just copy it there and use it like to study before the test. And always don't wait like last minute to study for a test. That one is not probably, maybe it depends on the person, but maybe it will not help that much. You can try at least like days before, maybe like 2 days or maybe 3 days. Try at least make sure that you've studied like everything that is gonna come on the test. Try like study everything that you think you need to study for the test time. So if you get any question, you can get like a little bit of space to go and talk to the instructor, maybe talk to tutors and stuff, so that they can help you out with it. So that one is really important too. So always try to make like a quick review before I go into the class for a test, like maybe 10 minutes or maybe 30 minutes review before I go into a class. So that is really important. It helps you to refresh like everything you did before. So if you go in like, it will help you a lot. And sometimes too, you can miss a class. There's no like, you might not be present like 100% all the time. You can miss like some classes. Whenever you miss a class, try and talk to the instructor, because there might be something that you missed that is like really important. That's this like something that you really need to know inside that course. So always try and talk to the instructor so that she can get a way to give you the notes. You might not get the explanation from her or maybe all that stuff, but at least if you read the notes, you can get like some part, maybe like 50% also. It depends. You can get even more than that. So always try and talk to the instructor and get something like if you miss notes. That one is like important too. So the test is after a test, like you might do good or you might not do that good, or you might even do good, but you will not get like what you really wanted in the test. So whenever you get your test, try and make sure that and we check all the questions that you miss and check like the reasons why you miss it. Try to figure out like the reasons why you miss questions. Like you don't, I know that test is already passed. You will not be able to read it all, but try and figure out the reasons why you missed them, so that the next test you'll be able to figure out, yeah, this was the reason why I missed these questions and stuff. So try and at least improve on that. That will help you improve. So just take the questions, go back to your notes and figure out the reason. Maybe you might you read like really fast, that's why you don't understand all that stuff. Or maybe the time you used to read was like really small, so you can improve on that. Maybe add some time, some minutes or maybe some hours to reading time to be able to figure out what's going on. So it's really important to like know the reasons why you miss questions and figure them out. It will help you improve in the next one. So that one is like an important part too. If you get like any question about the class too, and maybe something that you really need to figure out, it's like a lot of students at the math. It's not like only zoology, it's like maths classes and like all the other classes. You can just come down there and talk to someone. They might be able to help you out to figure out like something, for the class or just any class that you're taking. So that one might help you too.